Hello! My name is Carrie. I'm the creator of Psychospiritual Wellness, which is a path to feeling normal around food through 100% psychological and even spiritual practices. I also am a life coach that offers a style of coaching that I like to call Feel Normal Around Food coaching, or sometimes I refer to it as eating psychology coaching or even life coaching, because that's what it is when we address the everything underneath the surface, the 90% mass of the iceberg, with the food being a little teeny tiny 10% on top. I've actually never made a video about coaching, and so in this video I want to talk about what it is. What is Feel Normal Around Food coaching? Who is it for? And how does it work? What is it? What's going on? I'm interested in it, but I have no idea what it is or what it involves. So let's dig into it. First, let's talk about what this style of coaching is. Feel Normal Around Food coaching is about helping you get clear on what are the psychological blocks that are standing in the way of me healing my relationship with food. How do I get food off my brain? I am so tired of thinking about it 24/7. I am so tired of binge eating on foods at night. I am so tired of gaining and losing the same 15 pounds. I am just so tired and I feel so broken. That is what Feel Normal Around Food coaching is for. It's not that we don't know what's good for us. It's almost that we know too much. We know too much for our own good, and we're either pushing ourselves too, that's the cat. We're either pushing ourselves too hard, or two, we're wasting all of our energy and our willpower on the wrong skill. I talk about that in some of my videos, and coaching is a really good way for you to figure out exactly where it is that you are, quote unquote, wasting energy. Where are you wasting energy and time and your precious resources on something that's not working? And how can we redirect your energy on something that will lead to long-term progress, to feeling normal around food? Some of my clients literally use those words at the end of the call. Oh my gosh, I feel so much more normal. And I'm just like, I freaking named this the perfect thing. Next, let's talk about who this is for. Who is a good fit for coaching? You are a good fit for coaching if you struggle with eating past fullness. If you struggle with compulsive eating, which is eating something that you don't want to be eating, but feeling unable to stop. I am not qualified to help with people who have full-blown eating disorders. And if you have an eating disorder, I will have a link in the description below for you to get the kind of help that you need. Because eating disorders do require medical expertise, and they require a very specific type of help that I am not qualified to provide. For everyone else, the thing that qualifies me to help with compulsive eating, overeating, eating when we aren't hungry, is because I've been there. I have been in the trenches of compulsive eating. I know exactly what it's like to eat well all week and then fall off the wagon on Friday. I know exactly what it's like to have a sort of plan for eating well and then just end up getting out of bed at 11 p.m. and shoveling snacks into your face while you're standing at the pantry, promising yourself that each cookie is the last, and then finishing the entire sleeve. I know what that compulsion is like. I know what those good intentions gone wrong feelings feel like. And I know how hard we are on ourselves. I know how broken we can feel. I know exactly why we describe ourselves as people that lack willpower, because that's how it feels. And newsflash, if you haven't seen my YouTube video, you have willpower. I am convinced that almost everyone that struggles with compulsive eating has an enormous amount of willpower, arguably more willpower than the average person. It's just that we've been wasting it on things that don't work, like dieting. So that's why Feel Normal Around Food coaching focuses on everything but dieting, because I am not a doctor. I am not a dietitian. I like to own this. I am not qualified to tell you what and when to eat. What I am qualified with is my personal experience through compulsive eating. Through all of the tools that I share, I personally was able to get myself to stop overeating, to stop compulsively reaching to food when that's not what I actually wanted to be doing. I haven't gotten out of bed at 11 p.m. to go snack for, it's been so long, I don't even know how many years it's been. And I know that I can help you get there too, using all these tools. And what coaching is good for is knowing which tools you need to focus on. I have 1,000,001 videos on YouTube and in my online courses. And even people who've seen all of those videos can sometimes get hung up on just focusing on the wrong thing. And it's hardly your fault because we can get so confused when we're just trying to do it by ourselves. I am an objective third party. I get to just kind of like look at what's going on and see where there's a gap. See where maybe you are focused on the wrong thing and help guide you in the right direction. That's kind of what life coaching is. You know, life coaches talk about giving you clarity and direction. And really, that is what almost all of my clients walk away from a session with. Is they're like, oh, okay, I feel way more clear-headed. Oh, okay, I know exactly what to do now. It's this sort of like confidence in the direction that you're going. And then you're not wasting your time and your energy and your willpower that you have plenty of. You're not wasting it on things that don't work. And then you're channeling all of it into the most effective thing for you. And that's when you start to gain a lot of traction and see a lot of results, long-term results that stick. Now let's talk about the how it works part. How does coaching work? How does it go? What the heck can I expect? I get it. I totally get it. Whenever I work with a new coach or if I sign up for some new modality of healing, whether it's therapy or freaking hypnotherapy or freaking whatever, it always feels like a shot in the dark. You're like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but it intrigues me. I wanna try it. So I'm honored that I could intrigue you enough for you to maybe wanna try coaching. And here's exactly how it works. I always recommend that everyone start with just one session because we don't know if you need more than that. And there's just a lot of unknown variables. And I think it makes you more comfortable and it makes me more comfortable to know that we're just starting with one. You know, both of us are putting our feet in the waters to test it out. So after you sign up for a session, I will send you a questionnaire that has all kinds of questions to kind of give me insight into your relationship with food, your past relationship, your present relationship with it. And then I will also encourage you to take a quiz to discover your Enneagram personality type because the Enneagram personality system is the most amazing thing in the entire world. I'm a type 3. I would love to know what your type is. Go ahead and leave me a comment on this video. I'm curious, I'd like to know. And together, both the questionnaire and knowing your Enneagram personality type gives me so much information to work with. And the first session is usually the most productive. It usually goes 50,000 miles an hour. We cover a lot of ground because there's a lot of ground to cover. And if you're wondering how coaching goes, like what do we do? What do we talk about? The cool part is that it doesn't matter what we start talking about first. I can guide the session. I can, use the pre-work and your Enneagram to sort of start asking the right questions. You can start off by just telling me whatever's top of mind. You can tell me things that you have specifically that you want to work on. No matter where we start, it will always boil down to the same thing. It'll always take us to the one thing or the handful of things that you need to focus on and that you needed to untangle and sort out and work through. So really, coaching can go 1,000 different ways. It looks different for everyone. Everyone's session is, of course, unique. For some people, they really want me to guide the session, and I'm more than happy to do that. I'm very good at it. For other people, they have very specific things that they want to work on, and I can definitely work with that too. Now that we're near the end of the video, this is the part where I start to feel a little bit more comfortable talking about myself because I just like to talk about myself near the end when I know that you're for sure at least interested. So I am really good at coaching. It is what I love to do, and it is what I genuinely feel I was born to do, what I am meant to be doing. Because when I get on coaching calls with clients, I get into such flow, and I just naturally know where to go. I just naturally know which questions to ask you. I can naturally tell when you say something and there's a little something underneath and we need to like dig into it. I'll usually very kindly say, hang on, before you keep talking, let's hang out right there. That is juicy. Let's hang out right there. And then we'll talk about it. I'll ask questions and it'll just end up revealing something very juicy. And I would love to do that for you. I would love to help you gain clarity, because really that's what I'm doing here. I am helping you get out of your own way. I am helping you to, one, stop being so hard on yourself. Two, I'm helping you to stop wasting your time and energy on things that aren't working and things that are making you run in circles. And three, I would love to help just point you in the right direction. You don't need to work with me every single week. A lot of people will maybe work with me every other week for a while and then slowly, gradually space their sessions out. Because really, I'm just here to show you the way, to hold the mirror up and hold the flashlight up and show you where to go. And then you get to take yourself there. I make sure that every client walks away from a coaching call knowing exactly what to do, exactly what to focus on. I can even give you homework if that's something that you thrive with, or I can just leave you with a beautiful sense of clarity. The thing that I love the most about coaching is about feel normal around food coaching, is that it is the farthest thing from superficial. We are not sitting on coaching calls talking about what to eat or how to lose weight. We might be talking about what to eat because I want to make sure that you're eating enough, because you would be surprised to know that so many people are not eating enough and it is stressing their bodies out, and you cannot lose weight when you're stressed. But for the most part, we're not sitting there talking about like, oh, like I just need to lose the next 5 pounds. Like that is not what people show up to work on. People show up knowing, because you've seen my videos, you've read my content, you've read my blog at least, or maybe even my newsletters. You know there's something deeper. And so the people that come into coaching are the most beautiful people ever, because they're so ready to look within and they're so ready for change, and they're so willing to look at themselves. Post-production Carrie here. I really just want to quickly mention that if you don't feel beautiful, if you don't feel like a beautiful person and therefore you're not a good fit for coaching, please don't feel that way. Because a large part of the process of giving up dieting and working on the psychology and spirituality behind our eating behaviors is that it opens you up to developing a sort of ability to love yourself. And if you feel the farthest thing from that right now, and like therefore this isn't a good fit for you, please don't feel that way. You no doubt will develop a capacity to like yourself and then maybe even love yourself through this process. You don't have to start there. It can be somewhere that you eventually go. And I will leave it here. Thank you for watching to the end. That is incredible. I'm genuinely so flattered. I will see you in either the next video, the next newsletter, or one-on-one when we finally get to meet through coaching.